case notes, are those things that you personally have, or these things you have turned over to the prosecution?
My notes had all been turned over, yes.
So everything that you reviewed has been given to Mr. Pappas, presumably has been given to us, yes?
Yes.
Did you speak with certain individuals relative to your testimony here today?
I'm not sure I understand. Speak with.
Did you consult with the district attorney's office about the content of what you're testifying?
The content of what I'm testifying to today? No.
Or what you testified to the other day you were here?
Prior to testimony, had I prepared for it?
Yes.
Yes.
And approximately how many occasions did you prepare with members of the DA's office?
In the lead up to the trial, we had met countless times in preparation for not just my testimony, but the overall process of the trial.
When you say countless times, that's obvious there's many, many times.
A daily basis for the past month or so.
And at least for part of those meetings that you had with the DA's office, you would be discussing what your proposed testimony would be, correct?
Yes.
And they would have some comment or reaction to that usually, yes?
We'd have discussions about testimony, yes.
Would it be fair to say that there are 3 victims that Commonwealth of Massachusetts has with the alleged conduct with regard to each of these victims by Edwin Alemany?
Yes.
And would it be fair to say that you have been integrally involved in the investigation of each of these cases?
Yes.
I just have a few questions about that, sir. Who is Kaylee Ballantyne?
Kaylee Ballantyne was a young lady who was stabbed at 57 Gate Street at approximately 12:10 in the morning on July 24th in 2013.
And that would be the third and last of the victims that were basically the subject matter of these prosecutions, yes?
Yes.
And the Gate Street you're talking about, you came on the view with us, yes?
I did, yes.
And we went to that property, did we not?
You did.
And we kind of placed that in place relative to Dorchester Street, relative to where the defendant lived on 8th Street and so forth, yes?
Yes.
And at what time did this attack occur?
Approximately 12:10 a.m. on July 24th.
And would it be fair to say that with regard to this assault, that it was essentially an unprovoked knife attack on a woman that he presumably didn't even know, correct?
Yes.
And in your mind, there's no reasonable doubt, is there, that he is the person who committed these crimes?
No.
And to support that, would it be fair to say that he cut his hand during this attack?
He did sustain an injury to his hand, yes.
And his blood, scientific analysis, DNA, and otherwise, was all over Kaylee Ballantyne?
Yes.
And Kaylee Ballantyne's blood, because she bled profusely from the wounds that he caused on her, was all over him, wasn't it?
Yes.
And wouldn't it be fair to say that she had a pretty good opportunity to see who her attacker was?
I would not say that would be fair to say, no.
She did not. But in any event, she had an opportunity to see him face to face, at least for some period of time.
I wouldn't speak to that in the sense of it was a blitz-style attack that took place over several seconds. So whether or not a observation was made that would have been sufficient to identify somebody, I wouldn't suggest that, no.
She did identify him with 95% certainty that a photo array, did she not?
No.
She did not?
She did not.
Did she identify him with a photo array?
She did not, no.
Kaylee Ballantyne did not identify Mr. Alemany as the alleged attacker of the photo array?
She did not, no.
Can I have one more? some misreadings from grand jury. There were two eyewitness identifications of him by bystanders, were there not?
There were eyewitnesses to the incident, yes.
Can you describe who the first one was?
In the sequence of when they occurred?
Yes.
I don't know which one occurred first.
And where were these eyewitnesses in relation to the assault?
They were residents of the Gates Street or Telegraph Street area, and they were in the area of the incident.
And what were their names?
Charles Reddy and Sean Stanton.
And what did Charles Reddy tell you about his opportunity to observe what had happened?
I didn't speak with Mr. Reddy at that time. Other investigators were handling Kaylee Ballantyne's stabbing, and they would have spoke with Mr. Reddy and prepared any identification process that was conducted with him.
Do you have some understanding of what he told other investigators, yes or no?
I do, yes.
And do you have some understanding of why don't you describe what your understanding of his observations were?
That he observed after the fact what had occurred, the initial assault, and then after the fact the individual walking off. Mr. Reddy was provided with a photo array, at which point he was unable to identify Mr. Alemany in that photo array.
But he did observe an assault occurring, yes?
Yes.
And the description he gave you of the person that was assaulting Ms. Ballantyne was consistent with the defendant's appearance, correct?
Physically and clothing, yes.
And with regard to the second individual?
Sean Stanton was another eyewitness. There was a third individual who was not an eyewitness to the assault, but was provided with a photo array.
And what did the third witness indicate in that photo array?
The third witness identified Mr. Alemany as an individual she had encountered on Gates Street in the area of East 8th and Gates moments prior to the attack.
And the second individual, Mr. Stanton, what was the thrust of his observations?
I believe Mr. Stanton had heard altercation occurring outside, looked out his window, made observations, but was not provided any identification array.
But he was obvious to him that assault was occurring, what had happened, yes?
Yes.
And with regard to the blood that was left at the scene, would it be fair to say that there was a blood trail at the scene?
There was, yes.
And could you describe to the jury what a blood trail is?
A blood trail would consist of droppings of blood, usually as a result of an injury sustained, and would go in the direction with which the person traveled.
In this case, traveling away from the scene?
Yes.
And was any analysis done of this blood trail?
Yes, there was.
And were there results of that analysis?
Yes.
And what would they be?
The DNA in the blood that had been recovered from the scene was a match to Edwin Alemany.
And also, sir, something occurred after the assault, and not with regard to getting treated for Ms. Ballantyne. Where did she go?
She was transported to Tufts New England Medical Center.
And would it be fair to say that someone else also voluntarily went to Tufts Medical Center?
Yes.
And who would that be?
Edwin Alemany.
And fair to say that someone observed him at Tufts Medical Center and notified the police that in fact an individual that resembled the person who perhaps had committed the assault at Ms. Ballantyne was at Tufts Medical. Correct?
Yes, one of the EMTs who had transported Ms. Ballantyne.
What, if anything, did you or members of the police force do relative to that information?
At some point I responded to Tufts New England Medical Center.
And did you have any interaction with Mr. Alemany?
I had a very brief interaction with him at that time, yes.
And at some point, and he was in fact Mr. Alemany there, he was receiving treatment, was he not?
Yes.
And at some point, without getting into what was said, you had an interview with Mr. Alemany, did you not?
I did the following morning.
And approximately what time was that? About 9 o'clock or so?
9:10, I believe it began.
And was Mr. Alemany in custody at that point?
He was.
So you would not be surprised, sir, if I indicated to you that as far as the defense is concerned, Mr. Alemany, in fact, was the attacker of Ms. Ballantyne?
No, that wouldn't surprise me, no.
Now, with regard to Mr. Alemany himself, sir, you have looked, since this event, you have looked quite intensively into his history, yes?
History in what sense?
History, criminal history, psychiatric history. Do you have any knowledge of that, sir?
I have knowledge of some of it, yes.
Okay. Would it be fair to say that this individual, from basically his early teen years, was he DYS custody?
He did portions of time at DYS custody, yes.
What is DYS custody, sir?
It's the Department of Youth Services. It's detention centers for youth, juveniles.
It's essentially the criminal counterpart of the correctional system for adults, correct?
Yes.
And it'd be fair to say that he, for a good part of those years, basically 13 to 18, was certainly at least intermittently in UAS custody.
Yes.
And are you also familiar with any of the psychiatric, long history of psychiatric hospitalizations he had during this period as well?
Am I familiar with the long history of
Are you
treatment
familiar with all
that
the
he got?
history of
Yes.
psychiatric
I have a limited understanding of the treatments he had received, yes.
Have you ever had an opportunity to look through any of his medical records, his psychiatric records during that time period?
I have not, no.
But you know that he had been committed on a variety of occasions to mental hospitals for mental disorders, correct?
I know that my understanding was it gone into and through DYS, different treatment programs, yes.
And did you continue your investigation of his history when he became an adult? For his adult years?
During the course of our investigation?
Yes.
Yes, we would have investigated as much of his history as we could obtain.
And did you get a further understanding of his criminal history from ages 18 to 30?
Yes.
And it'd be fair to say that there were intermittent jail time that he spent for a variety of criminal convictions during that period of time as well?
Yes.
Would it also be fair to say there was a variety of psychiatric hospitalizations that occurred during that time period as well?
I know there was some treatment. I don't know about psychiatric hospitalizations, but he was treated.
I have no further questions.
Morning, Detective.
Morning.
You've been a detective for how many years?
8 years now?
You're not a doctor.
I am not.
So, in as much as Mr. Denner asked you some questions about psychiatric history and mental disorders, you have no particularized knowledge about anything that Mr. Alemany may have or may not have been diagnosed with over the years.
I do not know.
Fair to say that you have not been privy or haven't reviewed any hospital records or mental health records relative to the defendant.
I have not, no.
That's all I have, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Detective Jeffrey Cecil.
Stand there, face the front, raise your right hand.
Sir, do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give the jury and the court was not adhering to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Proceed.
Watch yourself, can I speak to the lens?
Good morning.
Thank you, Fire Honor. Good morning, sir. Could you please introduce yourself to the court and to the jury and spell your full name?
My name is Jeffrey Cecil, Jeffrey, last name Cecil, Cecil.
And who do you work for?
I'm currently employed by the Boston Police Department.
And what is your present position?
I'm a detective assigned to the Sexual Assault Unit.
And Detective Cecil, you've been working for the Boston Police Department for how long?
20 years,
And how long have you held the rank of detective?
since 2007.
How long have you been working on the sexual assault unit, sir?
Probably about 5 years,
Most recently, when were you working on the sexual assault unit?
since December of last year.
2014?
Yes,
And prior to being assigned a sexual assault unit or the sexual assault unit as of December of 2014, where were you assigned, sir?
to the Boston Police Homicide Unit.
And how long were you assigned to the homicide unit?
About 2 years.
And that would have been through December of 2014?
Yes,
So from about 2012 prior, where were you assigned, sir?
to the Sexual Assault Unit.
For how many years?
5 years. I was assigned there in 2007.
And you've held the rank of detective since 2007?
That's correct.
In 2013, sir, you were assigned to the homicide unit?
Yes.
And who were you working with back then?
Sergeant Detective Paul McLaughlin, Detective Jamie Sheehan, excuse me, and Detective Joe Keaveney.
And that would have been on Squad 6?
Yes.
Detective Cecil, directing your attention to July 23rd of 2013. Were you working on that particular date?
Yes.
Were you working during the day?
Yes.
And where were you during the day, sir?
I was in this courthouse.
Sometime in the later afternoon, after 4:30 p.m., did you receive a notification?
Yes.
And what was the nature of the notification, sir?
It was a full notifications page.
And where did you wind up? Did you wind up responding to a particular location?
Yes, I did.
And where was that, sir?
Enneking Parkway,
And what section of the city was that in?
Hyde Park.
And for what purpose was that?
In regards to the full notifications page.
Yeah, what was the nature of the notification?
Oh, sorry, a found body.
And did that result in a homicide investigation?
Yes.
And the decedent was who, sir?
Amy Ward.
Your squad was assigned under the supervision of Sergeant McLaughlin to that investigation.
Yes.
Did you spend a period of time at the Stony Brook Reservation on that particular date, July 23rd?
Yes.
And also on that date, did you have occasion to be with Detective Sheehan as the afternoon unfolded into early evening into later that night?
Yes.
Did you remain on the investigative team throughout the investigation?
Yes.
I want to direct your attention a few days after July 23rd of 2013. Direct your attention to July 27th of 2013. Were you working on that day, sir?
Yes.
And are you familiar with the area of Washington and Albano Street in Rosendale?
Yes.
And are you familiar with the Upper Washington Street area of Rosendale?
Yes.
What was your assignment? What were you tasked to do on that date and on subsequent dates starting on July 27th, 2013?
I was doing a video canvas of the area.
Prior to July 27th, did you have the opportunity to review certain surveillance footage or traffic department footage relative to this investigation?
Yes.
Did some of that include traffic camera footage from Hyde Park Avenue and River Street in Hyde Park?
Yes.
What about Gordon and River Street in Hyde Park?
Yes.
And as a result of that, where did you wind up going on July 27th of 2013?
To Washington Street.
And what are some of the locations that you visited on that particular date, sir?
Local businesses, and basically a canvas of the neighborhood for cameras. Specifically, I went to
What were you looking for, sir?
video cameras.
And what were you looking for that might have been captured on these cameras or on these security systems?
A black 2001 Jeep Cherokee.
What about with any particular markings on it?
Yes, I was looking for a circular white bumper sticker on the lower left rear window.
Were you working alone or with someone else on that day, July 27th?
I was working with Detective Timothy Laham.
And this was a Saturday?
Yes.
And who was Detective Laham assigned to the homicide unit?
No.
Where was he assigned back then?
He's assigned to the New England Computer Crimes Unit.
Where did your travels take you? What are some of the locations you visited on July 27th, that Saturday of 2013, Detective Cecil?
4334 Washington.
What about at 4339 was located there?
MVP Liquors.
Okay. Fair to say that MVP Liquors, that's if you were standing at Best of Boston looking across the street, it would be diagonally up the street to the left.
Yes.
You had mentioned earlier something about Upper Washington Street as well.
Yes.
Did you visit any business establishments on Upper Washington Street in the days following, directing your attention to Monday, July 29th, 2013?
Yes.
We'll get to those in a minute. Was there another gas station? Are you familiar with the intersection of Metropolitan Ave and Washington Street in that particular area of Rossendale?
Yes.
And was there any type of business establishment located at that intersection back on July 27th of 2013?
Yes.
What was that establishment?
Rosie Gas or Rosie Gas, I think they pronounce it.
Did you wind up visiting that gas station?
Yes.
And that was located at 4415 Washington Street?
Yes.
Let me ask you some questions about Best of Boston first, okay?
Okay.
Best of Boston, that's the one you said was located at 4334 Washington Street.
Yes.
Did you go in and speak to anyone that day?
Yes.
Who did you wind up speaking with, sir?
I spoke to the manager, Charlita Buhaya, who goes by the name of Charlie.
And what was your purpose for speaking with them?
I noticed a video camera system in the store, and I wanted to inquire about that.
And did you do that?
Yes.
And did he just yes or no, did he take you to any particular location in the store?
Yes.
Were you shown anything?
Yes.
What were you shown?
A video system.
And as far as the video system went, were you interested in a particular date?
Yes.
What date was that?
July 23rd?
Of 2013?
Yes.
And based on your visit to Best of Boston Gas on that Saturday, July 27th, did you learn something about the operating condition or capabilities of that machine as of July 23rd of 2013?
Yes.
And what was that, sir?
It did not record.
Okay. It did not record on that date?
Yes, it wasn't not recording, period. It was just a live feed.
Just a live feed, so you could see what was happening of the moment, but it wasn't recording?
Yes.
So as a result of meeting with Mr. Buhaya, you said?
Yes.
Did you wind up retrieving or downloading any video from his system?
No.
Now, after your meeting with Mr. Buhaya at the Best of Boston Gas, did you go somewhere from that particular location on the same day?
Yes.
Where did you go, sir?
To MVP Liquors.
And what is it that took you to MVP Liquors on that particular day?
There was a camera under the canopy. There was a camera underneath the canopy of MVP Liquors.
And were you able to see that just from making observations of the outside of MVP Liquors?
Yes.
Did you wind up going there?
Yes.
And who, if anyone, did you speak to at MVP Liquors?
I spoke to the manager, Jose Reyes,
For what purpose was that, Detective Cecil?
to inquire about his camera system.
Did you find out if the store was equipped with a surveillance system?
Yes.
Did you inquire, or just yes or no, did Mr. Reyes take you somewhere in the store?
Yes.
And where did you go with them?
To the basement.
And what was located in the basement?
The security system cameras.
As far as that security system, were you inquiring of a particular date?
Yes.
And what date was that?
July 23rd.
And as far as your presence in the basement of the MVP Liquors, did you look at certain footage while you were there on Saturday, July 27th?
Yes.
What footage did you look at, sir?
Specifically, I looked at the morning footage, specifically about 8 a.m.,
For what date, sir?
July 23rd.
And the footage that you looked at, what was captured on the screen, the vantage point that you were looking at?
The Best of Boston gas station.
And as you looked at the video on that particular date, Detective Cecil, what did you see?
I saw a black Jeep Cherokee with a circular white bumper sticker in the back left lower window pull into the gas station.
At about what time?
About 8 a.m.
And I had asked you a few moments ago about some video from River Street and Hyde Park Avenue, Gordon Avenue and River Street.
Yes.
The vehicle that you saw on the MVP system that morning, was it consistent in size, shape, and color to the Gordon Ave and River Street, Hyde Park Avenue vehicle that you saw?
Yes.
Were any steps taken to, or what steps, if any, were taken to download the video from MVP Liquors?
Detective Wilhelm downloaded it.
And what was the time frame, do you recall?
I think it was 7:30 to 8:30, or 7 a.m. to 8:30.
On July 23rd?
Yes.
After downloading the video, where did you go from there?
I went over across the street back to Best of Boston.
And did you wind up speaking to anyone back there?
Yes.
Who did you speak to?
I spoke to Charlie, Mr. Buhaya.
And as far as your conversation with Mr. Buhaya went, what if anything, did you ask him to do?
I asked him to come back to MVP Liquors.
And did he wind up watching over with you at MVP Liquors?
Yes.
And for what purpose was that?
I wanted him to watch the video clip that I watched.
Did you wind up having a conversation, just yes or no, did you have a conversation with Mr. Buhaya as you were watching the same footage you had seen a few minutes ago with Mr. Reyes?
Yes.
Was he able to identify himself at any point?
It's not getting to the substance of the conversation.
I'll move on, Your Honor. After speaking to Mr. Buhaya, did you go anywhere else in the area of Best of Boston Gas?
Yes.
And where was that?
I went to 4335 Washington Street.
And what type of building was that?
It's an apartment building.
And as far as that apartment building goes, did you meet anyone there on that day?
Yes.
And what was the name of the person that you met?
Jonathan Douglas Lee, otherwise known as JD.
And after meeting with Mr. Lee, did you wind up going anywhere to speak with him?
Yes.
And where was that?
To Boston Police Headquarters.
Did you have, when you went to speak with him at Boston Police Headquarters, did you have the video from MVP Liquors?
Yes.
And during the time that you spoke to him at Boston Police Headquarters, did you have the opportunity to show him the video from MVP Liquors? Just yes or no?
Yes.
On that same Saturday, did you also have, you said you also had the opportunity to go to a Rosie Gas that was at 4415 Washington Street?
Yes.
Metropolitan Ave and Washington?
Yes.
What, if anything, did you recover from there?
Video footage.
And what time frame was the footage that you recovered?
7 to 8:30.
Directing your attention to Monday, July 29th, did you continue